On them honking too much. They're quite loud trains.
Aren't they the big ones?
They can be very loud and noxious. It's been over in 1978. I've had the motor going over my feet. That's hybrid. Yeah, it's also a hybrid engine.
He does not.
They're hybrid trains. I think I've done that for a while. HST. Yeah. You can always tell by the front of them. It's got 3 working lights, 2 working lights on there, 1 on the other side. Definitely HST. He's not hanging around this one, is he?
No.
He's going quite speed.
He is. Maybe he's running a little bit late.
Maybe. The only maximum speed is on there is 55, so he's probably breaking the speed limit slightly. But he has to think about going up that hill, doesn't he?
Looks like he's slowed down actually.
He's going to have to get a bit of speed going up that hill for the station.
He's a bit to slow down.
But it is a very old hybrid train, that one.
Didn't stink as much as the last one.
No, but they have to have the engine going upwards, don't they? Because it's quite a stretch.
Station, yeah.
I saw in the front of the other one, it could be the same type, but
No, that's the same.
often we see a Voyager because they're random. We do occasionally see them in the cross country coming down here.
Everyone might be hanging around the same time as they got there. There we are. Guess we would both be at the station at the same moment.
And let's record you see. Here's another HST. I thought it would be a Javelin or something. Yeah, but that was about a couple of weeks ago. I'm going to get him to the... And once he gets close enough, I'll zoom out again. He's having the engine going up the hill. They do have electric generators in them.
Maybe it's because they're going that way. That's why it's going.
But yeah, because they're going up the hill.
Maybe.
You can hear he's revving the engine, trying to get... Good morning guys. Today is another Motorway video. It's going to be an operator. I'm going to change a few bits of the railway a little bit today. Instead of having it completely sort of lopsided and a few other bits, I'm also going to give the Class 43, the 2 of the sets I own, give them a bit of a spray with the oil today to make sure they're going to be operational very well, to make sure they're all going to be running smoothly during this running session. I'm just trying to think when I put my oil for the trains, because that itself needs to be found before you hear anything clunking in the background. That's because things are for my toy boxes at the moment falling down. Can't see it, but yeah, we're going to do some updates on this railway today, get the board clear. The sidings are going to be changed slightly, but not massively. But we'll start off with getting the board sorted first before we run any units on here. I don't think the train is up here. That's one of my old portable bodies, but I haven't actually had the power car in operation for quite a while with that one. So yeah, so we'll start off. I'm going to just adjust the camera slightly before we start, where you can see me a little bit easier and then looking at the floor. So we're at the railway again. I'm going to do some changes to it to make it a little bit more smoother for the trains to run around, any type of train. Eventually, I am going to be just keeping the 43s. I'm going to be donating some of my steam trains to possibly the railway group. If you want to have your own steam locomotive, you can. I'm not going to sell all the steam locomotives. They need some work. Certain ones need some changes on it. But of course, we got. I'm going to be sending off a few of my models, like the Pania. I'm going to be also sending the Pug off, as well as the cheap £20 steam locomotive, which I picked up from off eBay some couple of years. I think it was last year. I can't remember. It was either last year or the year before. Which is in mint condition. It's for its age, and the price I paid for it was literally 20 quid. So yeah, there's that. So yeah, I'm going to be sending those sets off. As for the diesels, the AC electric, no idea entirely yet. Right, let's see if line 2 is going to be operational for this coming. Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm going to be next weekend. I probably won't go down to Dawlish, but this weekend, I'm definitely planning on it. So if I got some time, I'll go down there this weekend. Of course, obviously I'm going down there anyway for a whole week in June. My entire holiday. Of course, anyone's to see me or meet me one down there in June. Birmingham was originally planned for the end of May. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it the end of May or maybe sometime before the summer holidays start. But we'll see. Now I'm going to try to get line 2 operational to see if she's going to be this train line is going to be usable in the next upcoming few days to get the train moving. I don't have to pick anything randomly. So I'll just grab the 87 for now. Switch the power supply on. See if she will apply to my commands. And there's active life in it already. Which is pretty good. Not bad. We've got line 2 operational right now. A little bit twitchy in places. Just going to check the points. Actually can go down them without any issues. It seems to like to line over well. Definitely good. So I might swap out this random bit of straight here and put the power track piece on that line during the running session today. So that way we shouldn't have any cutting out on the railway line. I'm going to take her out on out of line 2, put her onto line 1. That way we can have a proper efficient running train set, or layout even. That way we can just pick it in. And the track should be, that's not quite lined up. There'll be a lot of video from Dawlish this year, from the whole of spring to the summer. Obviously there will be a lot of other sets like what they call it, the Midland Pullman, the one I originally planned on going on this spring, but for financial difficulty reasons couldn't. So instead, because of the time it was, and it was just too late to book, so I decided to book my holiday indoors instead. But yeah, so at least I got a holiday out of this year, which is at least something. But I mean, holidays are expensive things now. They're not cheap for anyone who likes to have the option to go on them. They're not cheap at all. I mean, holidays can be a good thing to relieve stress when you have a long work day or something, but or just get away from the home area of town and just kind of enjoying in the moment kind of thing. That's what holidays are for. Well, certainly in other aspects. That one, what's that one I need? I think we're getting there. 87 is going to be operational today, and 43 is, well, fingers crossed, we should get, and I do hope you got your fingers crossed for today for the 43s, for the model sets, because I don't know what the reaction I'm going to get from them, from connecting wise during use. I have no idea what's going to happen. So the first 43 sets I'm going to bring down, it's going to be the castle set, because it's what it is. So I'm going to bring that one down first, or the carriages at least. But I'm going to bring the GNR power car set down with GNR carriages. I'll move that out of the way. They can go back on the windowsill when I'm done. Go to train car. I'll go to 2 intercity carriages. I'm going to work on the third one because that way we can have 3 carriages with this set instead of 2. But we'll try and get that one working today. Move that one out of the way as well. And we've got the intercity set. Both units. And then we'll just grab the castle set power cars. So we're going to be operational with the castle set first, or maybe the intercity first. We haven't seen the oil, but I know it's up there somewhere. Not 100% sure where out there, but it's up there. This will be the last model variant video for this week. That's just certain. I know for sure this will be the last one for this week. So yeah, there's going to be a whole bundle of videos with today with model variant stuff, with 43s, and it's mainly going to be 43s and the AC electric today. That's the main thing for today. That's my main plan. So we're going to have 43 187 Cardiff Castle with 43 188 at the back. And I think they should ought to link them up sometimes on the main line, just to see that. I'm trying to think if I've ever seen it like that. I don't think I have. Don't think I've ever seen Newport Castle or Cornwall Castle. Is it Newport or Cardiff Castle? I can't remember which one it was. It has the Golden Dragon. I think it's Newport Castle, isn't it? 43 188. And it's 43 187, which definitely one know is Cardiff Castle. It's the only one I know has the the Silver Dragon. Okay, can you declare something? Yeah, I don't know. So how efficient this fire is going to be? Well, they should be a little bit more efficient this time because I have got the power track in instead of the power just directly to the track. Line 2 is now going to have a power track piece as well, so that way they've both got a selection of power. Line 2, as I say, it's got a bit of a problem one radius curve. One is the radius of the curve that goes round. And during my holiday in June, there will be no Model Railway videos, there will be mainline videos. There might be a small amount of adventure videos included on my holiday. Visit some new areas around there, but again, it's kind of, I don't know, kind of thing, because the train I often take goes down to Dawlish, tends to be the Xmas train, but in summertime you tend to get on either the London Paddington one, it'll take you down to Dawlish, but in the winter you tend to just get on the Xmas train going down to Paynton, depending on which direction you're going from. If you're going from Newton Abbot direction, then you need to get on the Xmas train coming from Paynton, and then the other way. I got Track Life going, but this one is not going to go easy, I don't think. This one, I don't think it's set up because it's her. Okay, I've got it going. In operation, you can get some projects I'm just going to turn the camera around for you. Grab you photographs the upside down of the camera, but we did have a good connection for that moment. Right. I need to go through box number 2, which is over near my TV. I need to go through that this weekend and find out find a new option. I do have a newer version of the Gagemaster Combi, which means that you should see her with proper running performance of the set soon. Roads might need a clean. As I always say, they always need a clean on this train. Hard and comfortable. For today, I'm going to be aiming for maybe about 20 minutes or 25 minutes, depending on the length of the video I want to put into this. Okay. She might need a due for an oil, this one. Might have to give her an oil before she can run again. I do have an oil bottle somewhere at the back there. I'm trying to think of where I've located it. Is it down in the toe box? It's down here, then it's easy to grab it, but I'll put it down there. But yeah, there is some leftover oil from last time it got serviced, but it did not done it properly. So the Cardiff Castle needs an oil. Yeah, so she hasn't been running too long, but I'm going to try to give her an oil today. I don't recommend using sun cream. I know some people use that like polycement stuff, or like that special stuff they put on the back of the locomotive, like a type of grease they use for the trains on model sets. Honestly, I think Track Magic is probably the trick at any rail needs, is some Track Magic to clean the track properly. She's on her own at the moment, but I'm going to just get her run in. I'm going to leave her to let her leave her on her own route, using her end at the moment. She'll carve up one that time before I put her train. I'm also going to change the direction I've been running in today on the set. So we're going to leave it for about 25 minutes to half an hour. We might just do 40 minutes again today to get them running, but especially these sets. But I'm going to be back in a moment. I could put her sun car on because it's too out of load, so it will be out of carriages. So we'll get a property running in a second. Just going to pick her off. Why? There we go. Back in a second. Amazing. And the big curve needs to be over here. That goes through. I'm going to put that radius out of the question because that one's probably a third or second, I'm not entirely sure. And I'm going to put this slightly longer one into this corner. And I'll push them back together. It does look quite a tight angle to click in, but once they're in, it's easy enough. But at the moment, they're connected, so that's a good sign. How long for? I don't know, because they've not got a well-planned connection between each other. Those connections are a little bit dodgy. Just trying to get some of the rust off. Right, let's get the Class 43 Intercity set back onto the rails. Let's get her going. Now she's operating again. So there's 3 lines before. She's going to be coming to a narrow steady radius. I'm going to move the camera away and we're going to get down here. How many pieces shots we're going to get today with the quick cruise? Well, as I say, we're going to get at least hopefully half an hour in both directions of get them run in, get them operational route, the carriages, just see how they get on. Hopefully we'll get good results on both of them, and hopefully we can get them properly coupled up with each other soon. And I'm changing the trackers bit by bit as I'm going along. Controller has not disconnected, it's just me fiddling with the track. And sometimes I do this because the track can be a little bit of a nuisance at times like this. Because sometimes when you connect the unit together, they just kind of derail, which is not something I ever want when it comes to filming or making some adjustments to the track. That's connected, and let's just we have it. Oops. Right here, there's a loose connection around this side of the line. Means that connection around there is not going to be connecting properly. Doesn't say that when you're drunk. Yeah. You connect the correct section of the railway. Means that the railway itself is, well, they're not really well connected with each other. And just kind of looking at the idea of this railway and looking how the system's going to work, because I need to have a system. That one's not going to click unless I change the fish plates on it. They need to be flushed and they need to connect together properly, otherwise the fish plates just don't connect properly otherwise. It's got a bit of a kind of thing going on, but there's not a lot for it. This one's got the dodgy angle on it because I think it's been heavily moved around quite a lot. This one would work if it wasn't for that. There's that one. And yes, she could potentially go backwards as well if she wanted to. I'm not sure if she probably wants to. I am going to have to though, before the running in period of this train, of getting them connected and run in. Because this is all about having a dream out. You've got to make sure everything's well connected before the train's probably well lined up with each other. And if the railway line's not working properly, the trains won't work properly. So part of having a hobby, it can cost anything from dedication to hours of end of trains. Basically, they could cost hours of your free time. But you know, if you're passionate about your trains and your hobby, then you're going to dedicate your time and effort into it. Because it takes time and effort when you put something like this into motion. And obviously I do this a lot because I am dedicated to my hobby. Going around time, I don't want to hold on down on the controller too much. Thank you, James. I'm going to give it about the time that she also needs to run in. How much it's going to change that part of the line? That one might need to change for that as well. can run smoothly, but that one's not the closest one I got to this one. As I said, the only downside to having the track is, well, the track is a little bit filthy. It's not heavily filthy, but it's enough. Give it not enough proper signals from each unit. And there's not enough connection between the control and the unit. There's some sort of weak signal between the area. So I put this with the need rest again. I saw that going. No, otherwise, apart from the weak signal, it's really enough. Seems to be, apart from otherwise, it seems to be alright. So I'm gonna have to change this one and mark out that one, because that one's clearly got more issues. I'm gonna have to change that during the next running part of going that way. And I'm gonna catch in the way it's still running in. Yeah, I am going to let everyone in for a train, but I need to find a ginger clothes in this gap. Maybe this will work better. Second to put it in. The downside to doing this, you have to take the train off during connecting a new piece of the track, which is the slightly annoying part of it. Because the last thing you want to do when you're trying to run a train in is constantly fiddling with the track. But sometimes it cannot be helped, especially when you're doing operations. I'm hoping they should do enough for this end of the railway. But yeah, platform 1 is fine where it is. Platform 2 is going to be some changes to it. And yeah, so we're also going to have the wiggle in the centre. That way they can go around to the right or left, depending on what you want to do with your layout. But for me, it's going to be very particular. So I'm going to have that one going around to the right as well. And then this corner can be used for the right side. Do that wiggle, turn around to the right. And then once that is settled for that valley, as you can see, I'm running around pretty responsibly and properly operational at the moment, which is good. I'm going to have to change the battery as well. I just noticed that. I'm going to change the battery during this running session. It's the first time in a while I have to do that. But yeah, I'm going to have to change the battery, which is slightly annoying. So I'm going to have to jump and then come back to you. I think this is the only way I can get this properly running for you today. If you want me to do a special video on the Insta with 43 sets, please let me know and I'll try my absolute best to do a special video on that at some point maybe during next week. After Mother's Day has been gone, I might do something like that. But I'm going to let her run as she is without her load. She's going to be coming through houses once she's landing, but that's not right now. And I'm going to give the wheels a clean before she get those moving. Yeah, baby. There we go. Again, really? Same problem every time. They locked into each other. That's great. I'm seeing the problem, which is over here. And she's died. Not physically, but yeah. means that whatever that connection is causing it to stop her, it's not getting through probably on the track. So I'm going to have to change this to this one. And then just wiggle this one out of place. This one should connect fairly easily because it's got a bit better connection on the system. But this end of the small straight piece I got in the place of this particular section of the line, which I might consider changing, to be honest. I'm not entirely satisfied to being where it is. Means this small corner, which has got a bump in it, which probably does not help the train at all. I need to change that to, it's a little wiggle, gentle second radius curve. It's very gentle. There's going to be a straight piece in place of it. There's going to be, basically, instead of a corner, there's going to be a small piece of straight track into the railway to make sure when she goes around again, she shouldn't be having issues, hopefully. That is the plan. Obviously I might just go to a big one, to be honest, because one of the bigger ones might satisfy us to the trains themselves, and if the track's working properly, then that works better, because it means wider corners to more smoother performance during operation, and not has to deal with her connection constantly, which at the moment I am, which is slightly annoying. I'm going to have to put it over here and wiggle this one into the curve. This is so annoying. Yeah, I don't have a team of people to help me with this sort of thing. I do get the job done when it comes to building my layout. It's a frustrating kind of thing when you want to get it done in a particular time frame, when you've got the most time available. Building this layout really does take some time up. I mean, it does chew on resources and finances a bit to have this hobby, but at the same time, I would not give it up for anything. This is one hobby I would never ever give up. There's other hobbies I would give up, like my gaming and things like that. I would choose to spend more of my time on this hobby than my gaming, because this is the one getting me into my passion of trains for so many years. I'm just going to try and put it up into the bed for the time being, just keep it out of the way during doing this sort of thing. Let's see if we can get her properly moving at a gentle speed instead of fast, which is what the train's been causing. There's some weak signals between the lines, which means in the process of getting the trains moving, there's tracks that are just not linking up properly, which means there's issues on this side somewhere. And I'm going to change this to a bigger one instead of having the two medium ones. Then hopefully we've got a better chance of getting these operational smoother for the line. That needs a small curve. Hopefully this might do it. I'm kind of hoping it should do the job. Really hoping. That fish plate does not work properly. I had a bundle of fish plates spare from my old tracks, and I took them out and replaced them every time that the fish plates start to get a little bit over heavily used, and you dismantle the track and you dismantle the board, everything during moving. And now obviously I'm past that point again for a little while, because yeah, we moved into this property last year, which means there's a lot of under restoration of the railway, still a long way to go before anything else happens. But I'm going to just go into the corner and switch off the controller for the moment. Switch off the power supply, switch it back on. We had light then, but obviously I think in the issues lies in the controller or something, short circuiting with the board. I don't know. I'm going to try to move the socket over to the different one, and then see if we've got different sockets. So hopefully we'll get our working. I'm going to switch off again and see if that system might be causing it from this. This one might be a favourite to work with. Got another corner which potentially could be usable. Might put her in operation on this line because it seems to be there's some signal issues around this one. Yeah, it's pretty much the same sort of thing. How can I get rid of dirt and grime off the train tracks? Easy enough. You can either use a pin, which you can use on your own layout, or if you've got quite a number of spare fish plates, then you can use that to scratch off any of the rusty grime thing that sits around the rail. However, if you would not have that as an available option, the only other alternative is not ideal but can be used, is using things like Fair Liquid or soap or things like that, and let it just basically sit for like 25 minutes to maybe 24 hours, depends how bad the track is, and then dry them off properly and then build your track back up. Or you could do it in stages. That way you don't have to leave all the grime around your layout. I know some people do have options like using potential options with the railway, like some sets do. Means that during operation they can have replacement track instead of having something that's got potential rust effect, and that one's got like a rust effect on it, and it's blue, so it means the whatever is in that one that gets taken up, means that could potentially causing some issues with the controller. But on top of that, it also could be causing problems for the trains too. So I'm hoping that this particular track I just replaced it with should allow a better signal for the train. That's my hope. I'm going to put it in coil selection. Yeah, I don't understand what that clicking is. I'm still looking into what could be causing it, but I'm hoping I just solve one of the problems of the train line, because what's going on with this train? Really constant issues going on. Yeah, as I say, there's a lot of issues up that end. I'm not entirely sure what's causing it. There's still signal through the track, but as I say, there's weak signal of the power supply over at this end. I tell you what, clicking sound is probably coming from a signal issue on the train. I don't know. It's one drive issue. I have no idea. I'm doing a jump cut in a minute, guys. She has not been running for half an hour, but as I say, I might have to do that over the weekend after I've been out on Friday to Dawlish, or Saturday after I've been out at Dawlish. So yeah, she's going to need a good run in before I get proper up running for her. I've got constant smoothness on the track, and hopefully we'll get a better performance out of it. Yep, and there's a weak signal in the controller again. Okay, might as well, since we're going to take off and try the Class 43 in GWR green this time. So we're just going to pull out a train this time instead of leaving without her train. Because I think we'll have some better luck this time. I think we should have some better luck with her. Should at least hope so. Yeah, the Intercity has got some signal issues inside the track, which doesn't surprise me. However, I do kind of suspect it in some way. Why, you may ask? Well, because the train on this particular set, to be honest with you, it's easy enough to overcome it if it's just a simple track issue. If it's not, then it could be something else. If it's something more severe, like if there might be some sort of internal problem with the train, then, you know, that can be overcome as well. It's just depending on what's causing the problem. Now I've got 43 188 and 43 187 in the train. Maybe we get a bit of performance instantly. Okay, I'm kind of seeing the point here. What track pins have we got spare suitable for this issue? That one's one half the size. That one's kind of gentle. I think kind of. I'm putting that into phrases, commas, to say in the least. Not sure what we've got available. We've got gentle radius curve. That one's really gentle, but it will strain the track if I did that. So I need to find something. It's a little bit. Something is gentle but smaller in length. So I'm quickly trying to find one. Like this file down here. Something there. That could work if it was lined up properly. One of these two might work. Or one of these. I'm not 100% sure which one it might be the best option, but I'm willing to try both. I'll do that way. Just gonna hop on. Put myself over here. Just this couple from right here. Pretty smooth as she's going, and she gets going. And then going at 44.7. Yeah. You can see she's going to come off the board, being the length of her. She's literally hanging off the board, which is not ideal. So I might have to change the track over here then if that's going to work properly. Instead of using all the lengthy track, I might have to go from 4th to 3rd or third to fourth angles, then that way you can have a proper system. So we've got that one should be front or back, depending on what angle you're going with. But we're going to go for the 43188 on the back, like normal. I'm sure if they were doing that Plymouth to Penzance route, 43188 would be either going with forward direction or back, which direction, depending on which way she's going. As I say, she's very persistent. She's going to grab a train and then she can go off through them. Again. Even the train itself has some issues. I'm going to be back in a second, guys. I'm going to change the batteries. I'm filming for the last nearly 11 minutes. Yeah, so I'm going to be back in a second, guys, and then see if we can get some of these issues override with the trains. I'm not totally sure what's causing this. It starts bothering my mind, really, to be honest. And I'm filming for half an hour. And we're in filming like 10 minutes or something. So we've got a long way to go yet. So I'm back in a second, guys, for another 10 minutes, and then we'll get that together. So I'll be back shortly. Okay, we're back. It's the car's coming, so it's making it a little bit darker for the camera to pick up light from the system. But there's obviously power coming from the train, which seems to be good, but there's no direct light system, and I do think it's the controller itself at fault here, because it was operating fine until the track got sorted out, which means it's because the track is the track might be partially the problem yet again, which means these balls are just dreadful. Right, I might need to make some new wires in this, but I'm hoping that through the last in this running session or not. I'm gonna bring her around anyway, so I might as well see if we can get her at least come around. Oh, come on. To be honest, the thing that I'm put off by with my doing that is the signals of the controllers. Because there's no train giving direct current from the controller, means that these sets, my passionate sets, these are having issues with the controller. So I'm going to try again with the Intercity, fill out the carriages and see if there's any differences this time, and see if there might be a slight change of pace of the sets. I've got the red lights on, which is a good sign. I'm going to switch off the controller for the moment and see if there's any differences between the reaction of the sets compared to earlier. I'm going to set only faster than this, and I'll just go freely. Now you can see her, she's clearly moving. Friction, I don't know if she's too heavy, but I think there's something going on with her. Right, we'll go for the 43 castle set, just without the carriages again. Here she comes, from the back. Pretty good so far. You have to power a little bit, not too much, so she can run in. It's not me, honestly. It's not me causing this. It's to do with the signals, I think. Or it could be to do with the circuit breaker. It could be that. I'm not sure. Could be. If that's causing the fault, then it's probably why the trains always have issues. Because, I don't know what's causing it. You bounce forward then. Saw that. Right. Just change back controllers. I mean, the controller gets rather hot, so to speak of, in the summer, because that means she has faults between the signals. But nothing's changing. I can't reach her over there. Right. Okay. We might have to change the pace now. We'll just run the GNR next, then, and the 87. That'll be it for today, I think. And 57 might be a different day, to be honest. I'm going to take a look over the weekend and see if we can get her, see if she's going to be properly operational. Because I think once she's had her service, clean up, and see what's clicking, I think she'll run fine. The controller might be at fault at this point, I think, and that might be the main reason why she's not acting very well with the system. But if it's to do with the motors inside these units, then that might be an issue with the engine itself. But I don't think it's that is the case. In the circumstances, I don't think it's the 43s directly that's causing the problem. I think it's something to do with the system and the controller. Might not allow the train to go above a certain amount of speed, maybe because this easy gauge mode combi controller, which you can get for 30 quid online, and they do serve you well. I have had this controller for the past 5-6 years, and the controller served me well for it. And one that ran really smooth on this controller was the GNR 43. These sets did work really well to start with, but now it's gone downhill, which is really strange. So I think we're going to call it, those two need a desperate clean. Twin City and the Castle set, those two need a good clean, and I think the power car especially needs a bit of TLC and needs some cleaning up. But let's get to the GNR 43 and see if she's going to be operational. I do trust this one because she's one of my specials from a couple of years back now. I would say at least 2 years ago. So yeah, she serves a good purpose, and all of them will serve a good purpose inside. As you can see, she's operational really well. She's had her service, she's had her clean up, and she's working essentially. No problems at all. So she's cutting out as well, and she one doesn't get cut out very much. It's the controller. So I'm starting to wonder if it's the controller itself that's causing the problem. Then it's making me wonder, because the GNR never gets cut out unless there's a fault in the signals between the track and the controller. And of course the track itself is rather dirty, so I need to get that cleaned as well. How dirty is it? Yeah, it's got a black mark on it, which on my finger, which means that the track is definitely overdue for a clean. But I will get that all sorted over this weekend if I've got some free time after going down to Dawes. But there she goes. I really like some car. But yeah, I've got her idling at the moment, less than 40% power. She seems to be alright then. So I'm guessing that this footage is not going to be the best running video for you guys today, which I do apologise for, but it seems to be there's some issues going on with the controller. I'm going to give it one more try with the A7 and see if there's any changes in this one. I didn't think that was causing the problem, but I don't know what's causing this one. Not sure, to be honest. Let's move the 43s out of the way so that way I don't lean on them. I own 3 of the 43s in different liveries. 43 in GWR Green, 43 in GNER, and 43 in City British Road Blue and Yellow. I will be collecting more of them this year in Cross Country, East Coast, Virgin, and Curse Rail sets. Maybe Lincoln Coleman, right towards heading towards beginning of autumn, but we'll see when she comes back again. So I see, so I'm going to lean over and change the track over, but that section in there coming over seems to leave not a great connection, which means that track itself is just probably past their best point to be operational. How efficient can trains, how long efficient can track last? Well, if I'm completely honest, the tracks can last a long time if you look after them well enough. If they operate for many years, then you can reuse them because we clean them, we do them up, and then you can have a potential long-lasting railroad setup. Could last you a lifetime, given the chance of it. Initially stopped, which is a good thing. I'm just going to put the new track in to replace one that's clearly not really connected train. Change that connection to that one. I've got an issue with the connection there. I'm going to change connection on this side, and that way we've got some better signals. That should do the trick just fine. Once we get those two connected, hopefully we've got a better connection on this side. I've got some more operations, so I'm going to take her off and see if we can actually get the castle set going that way. See if the connections might be just the loose connections. Here she comes, the front end anyway. Let me get into the outdoor. And see her in full action, so to speak of. So yeah, I think given the chance, these sets will run fine. I think it's the controller at this moment. nearly had that for a while. I think it's mainly the controller, but the signal's been really poor. But it seems with the 8.7, seems to be a different matter. So I don't know for sure what's causing it. But anyway guys, this is a short running video of the 43s. Now, I'm going to say this out there for people who are very big fans of the 43s like me, saying if the 43s are worth buying, if the connections are a little bit, not perfect, but you know, close to being about 98% of the time they're probably fine. It seems to be a 1% or maybe a small lower percentage of issues with those sets. As you can see, she's perfectly fine. It's to do with the controller. Doesn't matter what I do, changing the track or the signals or anything, it's this controller. If it was a small stationary controller operating the line, then we're more likely to get a proper efficient system out of it. But as I say, the Easy Gauge Master Combi controls, this one lasts me nearly 4 years, or probably 6 actually from this year. I had this controller for 6 years, and you know, much as they're pretty old, it runs really well. The City does run really well, but you can hear her as she stops. Yeah, up to speed again. Hear that noise? There's a clicking sound. Now, I'm thinking it might not be to do with the motor. I think it might to do with the pickup on the set. And I'm starting to think that's probably what's causing the problem. Because I'm looking at the bogie. There's something, there's like a cable dangling off of there. There's a cable dangling off the in the city one, which is a bit strange. And the only way you can get into these sets is being a little bit forceful out, being overly strange with the body, is to take out the wheels, and you can tip it to the side, and as you can see, there's a wire loose. There's a wire dangling off of that connection, and I'm not sure if that's supposed to be attached. I'm going to have a look, because if it's supposed to be attached, then I think it might to do with some of the lights, but I'm not 100% sure. Let's take it away from the motor. And it's the front truck. So, if that's supposed to be connected on that side, that one's dangling loose. So it means that pickup is only pulling down by a thread. So the only option I have to take it into the train group and see if he can resolder that wire back onto the connection. It seemed to be a little bit of an off connection because it didn't look like it was there before, or it wasn't supposed to be that loose. So that might be the reason why this one's not always very functional, but I'm not 100% sure. So what I might do is take this train and put it in some soapy water, just the bottom end of it, and clean it up. And then once it's been cleaned, it can be operational properly, smoothly as normal. But yeah, I'm gonna have to get it soldered from the ends where they should be soldered. That one clearly needs to be soldered, but it's come loose. And the only way safely to do this is by taking its wire, and I don't know how strict the wire is on the inside, but there is a simple way to find out, and the only way you can do that is through actually giving her a clean and see if any issues can occur from her being that wire being moved slightly. There's a simple way to move her. Just need one of the fish plate and see if I can bring that wire down a bit. Just want to try to bring it down a little bit. Because it's supposed to connect up there, which means that wire in that shower is probably the loosest as far as it can go. It does need to be soldered there, which I don't have my soldering iron on board with me right now, but to be honest, I think she could be re-soldered. It's just a thin wire issue, then hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll get her properly sorted out. But right now, yeah. Anyway, the thing that I noticed is a thin wire dangling off to the pickup toward the lights. So that makes me curious and very questionable about its previous state it was in before I had it. So I don't know what the clicking sound is. No idea what that could be. But I have noticed the bogie itself is really limited to, you can't move it very well, which is a good thing, but it's like it's essentially mounted somewhere, and the system's just kind of gone skew-left during transit, I would guess. So yeah, the bogies are fine, they're off to one side. Probably due for a clean, to be honest. It's full of hair and fluff and other things. So yeah, it needs some cleaning and it needs to be solder. I can do the cleaning. I can't do the resolder. I'm going to have to take it into the train group and see if I can get it that wire front pickup wheel fixed. Training bogie, it's that dangling one there on the right side, and it's just dangling to the right. If it was wired in, because that little thin wire coming down picking up for the lights, yeah, that's a bit questionable to think either that was moved during operation of pulling a train, or maybe it was pulled during the transit being there for delivered. That does remind me I need to order my stuff as well. Everything is back into place. I'm not going to fiddle with that. I'm going to trust my chap at the train group to fix that wire for me, because it's a simple job. What you know what you're doing with it. He knows what he's doing when it comes to wiring a little minor issue like that. He knows far better with his wiring skills than I do. I mean, I'm not great with wiring options with that. But it seems to be that that's causing the problem. Is that. Hear that noise now? Now much smoother now, which is a good sign. So obviously whatever's in there has shifted somewhere, which means it's probably gone into the motor. Means things could go wrong. Again, it's a thin wire, which probably means it's coming down from the motor, feeding to the pickups, and that pickups probably means it's short-circuiting from the motor without it being in the way of the unit. Which probably means there's some issues going on with that system there. Please come round again now. But yeah, now we know what's causing her issues. We know what other issues with her. And I want them in my 43s to live a healthy, happy life, to run as many years as they can. And I want to run efficiently for my dream route. I do not want to have issues with this forever. I want to make them all happy to run on my dream route and do her train for their correct train. So yeah, and yes, this set will be alongside the castle set eventually, as well as the cross country sets, East Coast, Belgium, all those sets you can think of. Used to be a part of the franchise in the UK at one time, but more than half the trains were taken out of service for multiple reasons, apart from their age. They are towards 60 years old plus, and they could be still in operation for many years to come because their engines are built hard. I've got a phone Chelsea now. When the first few minutes of the map, nothing's been a problem. And there she goes. Doing pretty well for herself. And we've been stopping to see that pit close again. Nope. That time things have not been a problem at all. How strange. But it seems to be fine. I think it's just that wire there now. Maybe first take a look at that wire. So I might have to take it into the train group and tell my train group person to take a look at it and see whatever is causing that problem, just get it fixed and just get that sort of thing fixed, and hopefully we've got a problem sorted. As for the castle set, again, 43187 and 43188. She seems to have a little nag on her unit, but I don't know. I don't know what's causing this one. I mean, I lost words, to be honest, to some of these units I do buy. I mean, these are my passionate trains, whatever livery they're in. And they're a passionate train regardless of what the livery is in. Yeah, as you can see, she's operating very well now. There we go. 43187 and 43188 running fine. But again, leave some comments, leave some questions. Have you experienced the same problems before, like me with the 43s? Please let me know. I'm curious to see. And if it's just me being unlucky, I guess I'm just being in one of those unfortunate places at the moment with train tracks not being operational properly and other issues with the signals of the controller and the track from seem to be minor issues to the trains. I don't know what's going on, but to be honest, as soon as I can get it worked out what's causing these problems, as soon as we can operate the train properly. How fast can you think then? Well, it was alright. I had a top speed around about 148 miles per hour. But in model form, I can get them around about 90 miles an hour, given the chances. So that spare speed is around about 75 to 80 miles an hour. No control. Yeah, these are the only trains I'm planning on keeping, because they were dedicated for this my dream route. These sets are for this dream route of mine. Nothing else is going to be on this board apart from 43s and the one unusual one, which would be 6 Plymouth and DB cargo sets. That'll be it. Nothing else. The rest will be for running only special occasions only. through all the other diesels, and just a few other bits really. I mean, the tank locomotive I could get working again. I need to find her wire and then find her little socket that it goes to. Once that is found, then I can solder her back into the right place, put the screw back in, she can be running again. Soon as there's summer really. I'm just hoping to get her working. The only downside to this particular train is it's dangling a bit of thing. So anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this little random running session train / rant video about some issues that I've been having with the sets. I do love my 43s, I really do, but it's been a big hassle to seeing the track has been causing problems, as well as some issues with the controller to the track and to other signals that are going around the track. There seems to be a fault going on with that. So yeah, this seemed to be a kind of a fault going on with the system. Means that the signals that are passing on through the train is not running properly as it should, which means every time any 43s run on my layout from between the Bridge Rail Intercity blue and yellow 43 to the Eder Rail military green Castle class 43 set to the GNER midnight blue with the red stripe down the middle to the yellow noses. All these 43s have got their faults, and I don't know if it's because of the connections of the line. I don't know if it's caused the connection by collars to the track. I don't know what's causing it. I'm still working it out what could be causing it. It seems to be at the end of the videos I've done my videos. These trains seem to work fine. On camera it seems to be an absolute nuisance. It's really annoying, if I'm honest. It's just annoying. It's like they don't want to be on camera. That company with not to do with power supply, you can actually hear that it's actually to do with yeah. As I was understand, the noise you can hear clogging in the background is to do with this track here. I'm not quite sure what's causing it. Something's causing it. But you can see she's operational fine, so what's causing it? I'm curious to find out though. Is it there? There's a little bit of a clip there, but nothing massively. Right, okay, 43187 is over there. We're going to end this video off with Intercity 43. Again, there's a clip there, but I do wonder what's going on with the sets, to be honest. The oldest one's GNER, but I do love those sets. They're my most favourite train all the time. My other deliveries are in. I'm hoping to get a few more this year. And I'll get this track sorted beforehand. So yeah, hopefully we'll get these sorted before the track will get cleaned. And hoping to get that wire sorted on this one, because obviously that is a bit important for me. Take a look at what that wire is causing the problem with. So yeah, I'm curious. I'm very stumped to what could be causing the problem with this one. I really have no idea what's causing it. But right now she's running smoothly, which is a good sign. It's typical, isn't it? No idea at all. But I have noticed the motor does seem to be occasionally sparks up quite quick and then it stops again. It seems to be doing this on and off quite regularly. I don't know what it is, but something inside it's not quite right with the cogs and the system of the motor. It's not really properly juggling. So I went with the service. You might need a bit of attention with the wheels, because I have noticed there's so much fluff in the wheel set with guys playing. There's a lot of issues going around with the drive set. But as you can see, she's operating rather well. She's not seeming causing too many problems. If anything, she's running smoother than she was in the last several days. It's just absolutely bonkers, to be honest. I never thought this set was causing an issue, or maybe it's the track causing an issue. But yeah. I'm curious to see what's going on, seeing what issues, main issues that I can say to you guys, to saying that this train down here, the In-City Blue and Yellow, Blue Trail In-City Blue and Yellow set, is one of the issues that I'm noticing with the set is to do with the pickup on the back wheel, or is it the front one? I think it's the front one. The front wheel has got a wire dangling, literally touching the contacts, but it's not soldered to that contact. It's just freely swinging around near it, and obviously somehow it's just keeping the light stable, which is a bit random. But somehow, if you can hear, I'll just bring it to a stop again. Now listen to what happens. The clicking's gone. Now, I'm not 100% sure whatever that clicking and squeaking we heard yesterday and only this morning, but it seemed to have gone, which is really strange. And I notice it on and off quite a lot on the times I run it. It seems to start and stop. I don't know what's causing it. Something in the roof of the motor set housing, which because the motors, this one, and the motor's essentially mounted here between the livery and on the inside of the grills. The motor's here somewhere, and you've got two firewalls at each end, and in those areas we've got very sensitive, very thin wires for the lights, for the directional lights, tail lights, and the cab light, of course. And there's also a PCC board in there for putting a digital chip in there, so you can put function like sounds, potential steam generators to put in there to making some holes coming through these chimneys at the top. Personally, if Hornby ever made the black version of steam for diesel versions, where they plume loads of black smoke out of them, but it would be very light, so it wouldn't be very very noticeable unless they really, from cold start, you will see it. As you can see, it's perfectly fine most of the time. It seems to be this controller's the fault and the track. But this unit's got a thin wire literally dangling underneath one of these front trucks. If you do have the same problem, I highly recommend just taking to someone you know can just get that wire sorted for you. It's really fiddly because it's right underneath right alongside this bogie, and if I do it, I have a risk of breaking that, and I don't want to do it because I don't want to break it. But on the same problem with this set is that, let me just get this angle right. This set down here on the back wheel, again, if I strain too much of these wheels, they're called Bobos. The wheel arrangement's called Bocos or Bobos. I think they call them Bobos. I think they call it with the wheel arrangement on the 43s. They've got Bobo wheels because obviously you've got 4 here. Well, you've got 1, 2 there, 1, 2 there. So that's 4 wheels plus the other 2 at the back for the other power car. So in total, they only had the operation of more than about 500 horsepower in each engine, because these engines kicked out more than 2,500 horsepower. But these particular versions, they had 500 5,000 horsepower engines on these early sets, and they did have a top speed of 148 miles per hour over, I don't know, more than half a mile between London and Scotland, where they used to run along during the late 70s, 1975 to 1992. I can't even remember, but it's around that era the InCity sets directly did operate the train rather well. But again, it's kind of an issue that some people seem to think trains can be good, but they do have their faults. All trains do have their faults, and I'll be honest, the main fault train I ever had in my life wasn't a 43. I'll give it that. The main fault of the train I ever had in my entire life, and that was with an efficient controller. And when I first got my gauge mouse combi controller, that first set I actually had that fault was the was it the 91 I had? I can't remember. It was a long time back, but yeah, one of those sets I owned back then had started to have engine issues, and it wasn't from the train, it was from the controller. And the train itself did overheat, and the controller did not work at all for any of my sets. So Batman do have the faulty controllers, like any other company do. They've got the faulty controllers sorted, but however, it's goes now. Spin around like any of the filling station in the city. So yeah, I'm a bit stunned to the idea of what's causing her issue in the first place, but at the same time, I'm not really idea what I'm going to be doing. So I am going to get that wire sorted out on her and give her a good clean over. Track needs a good clean, which means when I'm done running this video, hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll get her properly operated. And because it's now close to 12 in the morning, I'm going to end this video off with the InCity running around of the layout. Let's put this on. Leaning over it. It feels like it gets harder as you get older. It's really annoying. I mean, I'm going to keep myself active for all my life anyway, but okay, it does get tricky at times. Right, I'll just give these a run round then. I'm going to put you guys back on the tripod. And end this video off with those sets. The InCity. She's going to go anti-clockwise. So I'm just going to grab the tripod and end this video off with passing the 43, and I'm going to have this tripod lower so you guys can see her properly. And just get this angle right and set it up over here so you guys can see her going around the board. You might not see the below part near the station because the end of the station's just too wrong direction for it. I'm going to try to keep out of shot as much as possible for the end of this video. There we go. We've got a baffler in, which is pretty good, but not fun to her. Right, so I'm going to end this video off with the set running. So I hope you guys did enjoy this random video of issues that occurred during this running session. if you'd like to see your gas for the working with start some issues and occur some faults with the train and controllers. Come on, where's it start? Okay. Right. Red lights are on, but no action going with the train. Come on, train. See what I mean? Very strange behaviour that this one gives. Come on. Come on, city. The red lights are on, and the carriage light is on. Let's just give her a nudge. Push her forward a little bit with the double crossing the way it is. Just pull that forward. Try and motor car. What we've got on the road now. She was fine earlier. Well, I think we're going to have to end off with the castle set after all this. Don't know what's going on now. Is it because the problem with the motor again? Or is it that wire's been dangling for so long it could be the connection? There we go. It's a strange train, I'll give it that. Right, okay. I think it's to do with that wire I saw dangling loose. There's a connection here. Come on, train. Wires can be a bit of a pain in the neck. When they play out properly. So I'm trying to hesitate of going round. If I put it in the anti-direction that way, she's more out to do rail, I think. I could be wrong though. Let's see. And the connection should spark in. Nothing yet. Yeah, I think it's through those wires, which I saw earlier. There's wires that I saw at the back of the train on the pickup. I think it's to do with that. I'll bring her in. Nothing until you wiggle her. It's there. Bring her back in again. Bring her back in again. Nothing until you put string on her again. Yeah, there's a couple of wires I think loose in there. It does give you that little bit of hope, and hopefully she will bring back to life once I've seen whatever's causing her motor issue. I'm not sure what's causing her. Something in the back there is causing that issue. Because I might have to separate her and see. Understand whatever can cause this. I'm trying to listen to the bogies and see if there's a fault. Anyway, so it seems that she will run for you, but I have no idea what's causing her directly. So anyway, she's going to be under investigated to see what's causing the problem. Apart from one wire, I noticed it is dangling loose. I haven't seen any other positive with it so far. But we'll end the video off with castle set then. It's near midday, so we'll just get some trains running. Turn this video off. Let's just get the castle set carriage underway. Get the wider one up for the back, and then one at the front. Is that way we can get 43 and 187 on the move for in this video off. Hopefully she'll be a lot more reliable than the other one. I forgot I switched it off, didn't I? Backwards. That's right. Okay, hopefully we'll get a bit more luck this time around. Okay. How many known captains can you imagine? During operation, I imagine there's quite a few. Right, she's got a known captain back in. I think that one's going to be a more efficient one for the train to be coupled. Right, I'm going to send her back, go and grab a train. There we go, no derailments occur. Here she comes. On the platform. Let's go grab a train. And then away she goes. But anyway, I think you guys enjoyed the video nevertheless. There will be some updated videos in the social links and public service and why I looked at and see if there's any problems with it. Once those two things sort in this original point, hopefully she'll be probably happy with the next video I might do now. With this one, the GNR, and all the others I'm going to be collecting this year. Some important ballast that I'm going to be getting this year as well. So yeah, as this train passes the camera, I'm going to end this video. You guys hope you guys enjoyed it. Do a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And hope you guys have a great day. Until next time, peace out.
On this one and that help you out with the other ones. Oh, look, he's got a little kidney up and everything.
Yeah, there's a tinnery.
Yep. Well, never been on one of these. There it comes. Not sure what it is yet.
Turbo, I think. One of yeah. It's hybridized.
It'll take about 30 years and still going strong.
Yeah, they used to be diesels, these trains.
Ooh. No West Midlands.
Goldie and orange colour.
Ooh, have you seen that?
No.
It's
Yeah, sometimes anyway do that, but a lot of them are fake.
smart.
No one. Well, no one come bowling on the other side of it. It must be hitting a particular area. We've got a turbo coming on.
And two more coming in. Oh no! Which one? Oh, that was cross country coming in next to us. And the London North Western going
Exmouth. That's a London Midland one. This is a 170. No, very road now. I used to have a 170 back in the day. And East Anglia coloured. There are other people filming here too. One coming up beside you now.
Oh yeah.
We've got a 350.
Yep.
They're called Zyros. I do have one of these trains at home.
Oh, he's dispatched as well.
It's going rather slowly though. It's going out rather slowly. What one? Oh, this one's just taken off.
No, but it's interesting as well.
We used to go out to Scotland on one of these. Right there, that's the other one. That's typical.
Too much.
It's like Exeter and Davis where everything comes in at once. You can see the red lights are not as strong as some of the other lights. I don't think I'm able to see it properly though. Hey, we've got Past Country Voyager coming in. Yeah, I recognise those ones. I think I recognise very well. $221,138 on that one.
You might want to catch this one to see.
Similar one we won earlier.
Will you do it when you stay behind to this office?
I could easily get a good half an hour. The very orange one.
Yep.
They're the new modern 350s, I think.
196s, 196.
Yeah, he's going inside the Pendolino. No, I can see him yet. A Voyager. First class, isn't it?
Not very much further.
That's where the signs are. This is a pretty good spot actually, because it's right between the tunnels.
No, there's not too many people up this end.
No, I don't even film when it's down there. I got a 250 if you go out. Hey look, 158's gone, it's just gone out. And you telling me no, we've got quite a lot of Edinburgh trains coming in. But no Voyager. He's taking off.
Oh, just taking off.
There's the London Midlands livery at one time.
Who coming in?
Yeah, it's similar to Javelin, doesn't it?
Not with those lights. Doesn't look right at all. What is it? Oh, it could be a London West. No? Yeah, it is.
450 maybe. There's another one that's similar coming this way.
Yeah, it is.
They're usually in the London Midland colours. Keep it up through.
Look, look on it. Oh, no.
Cransfield.